Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel, Perfectly Magnetic Jewelry. My name is Rihanna and welcome to the channel. As the title of this video states, this is a bead organizing video. On my thumbnail you will see a lot more beads on there than what I'll be organizing in this video. I had actually started to work on this video last night and was working on some of the smaller beads that I had, and for some reason my phone stopped recording halfway through it and I didn't realize it right away. So I went through the whole thing and then realized the video had only recorded probably the first 10 minutes of it. So this one here will be doing the bigger beads. Like I said, I figured I'd still do that organizing video because I do have a lot of beads that I had purchased in the past, and these are all on strands. And I kind of just put them in a bin. These orange ones are absolutely gorgeous. Like I said, even the light in here doesn't even do them justice, but I do have a lot of these beads on strands, so I will have a couple of organizing videos, just kind of putting those away. Like I said, I do like to put all of my beads in boxes, especially what I plan on using, because it's a little easier for me just to grab my bead boxes instead of kind of going through all of the bead strands and things like that. And if you leave them in a bin, they can get all tangled up. So we'll definitely organize these bigger beads, and through this video I'll probably talk at the beginning and the end. I may say a little bit about the beads in between, but other than that, while I'm putting the beads in the box, like I said, I probably won't be talking much during that point, but I hope you guys enjoy this video. And if you do like bead organizing videos, or if you want to follow me on my small business journey, definitely hit that subscribe button below. I would love to have you. So this was a box I had already started. If you guys have been on my website, you'll recognize these star beads. I already have some necklace and bracelets that I've made out of those. Like I said, some of these I can't wait to use. I have these butterflies in different colors. I have a lot of ideas coming up for my second launch that I'm like super excited for. I do have some more of those butterflies in the white. I also have some pink ones. That's why I had saved these two spots in the box, so I can kind of keep like beads with like beads. Yeah, I definitely can't wait to play with these butterflies. Like I said, I have some pink ones too. Those will show up in my next organizing video. I had so much stuff in that bin that I just kind of grabbed some stuff at random, or some beads that I wanted to kind of use together. Yeah, these little butterflies are so pretty. I'm super excited to start using these because I have a bunch of ideas for them already. These are like perfect for spring. It definitely does not feel like spring in Colorado today, that's for sure. It's only about 40 degrees and it's supposed to be cloudy all day. So it's just kind of one of those cloudy, just kind of dreary days. I figured it'd be perfect for organizing beads since I don't plan on going out today. And these here, I will probably only put so many strands of these in the box, because I know with these other ones I had, these come with a lot of strands. I think I have like 10 strands of each of these butterfly beads. So there's definitely a lot of them, so I'll probably only put so many strands of these in there. And then I did mention too that I would be having some giveaways on my videos. So like I said, definitely subscribe, because for one of my giveaways I might, since I do have some beads and things that I had extra strands of, I may be doing a giveaway where you can actually win some of these beads. I've definitely built up quite a collection of beads and charms down through the years. Like I said, I had tried to do a jewelry store in the past, and I was working full-time at the time I started that, and it just, I was having issues finding time to do the YouTube channels and things like that on top of working the full-time job. So I had kind of decided against the jewelry business at that time. And down through the time too, I'm actually kind of glad, because some of the jewelry pieces I wasn't particularly happy with everything I was making at that time. Like I said, I have learned some new jewelry techniques and things like that, watching videos online and just kind of doing some research on my own. So I'm definitely feel better about the pieces that I'm making now as opposed to what I was making then. So yeah, this will probably be the last butterfly strand I put in here, because I think I only fit 3. But like I said, definitely subscribe to the channel. Like I said, I will have some giveaways down the road where you can win pieces of jewelry from my shop. Or, like I said, I do have quite a few sets of beads where I have wherever I purchased them from, I got a ton of strands of them all at once. And like I said, I may have a giveaway on here too where you can actually win some of these beads, because I still have quite a few of these strands left. So just something to keep in mind. Like I said, if you are interested in any of that, then definitely subscribe. And like I said, definitely leave comments in my comment section as well, because like I said, I may pick videos at random where I pull a name from my comment section, a name or two, and then they win the free gift. These, you guys, are absolutely gorgeous. I cannot wait to do something with these. I'm absolutely in love with these. They're like a gray with the AB. I was like, they're absolutely gorgeous. And like I said, some of these beads I had purchased some time ago, so a lot of this I couldn't honestly tell you specifically where I bought it. Just something to keep in mind if you ask. I may not be able to tell you where I got all of these at. But like I said, I'm super excited to start using these. These purple ones over here are really pretty too. Oop. Actually, I do gotta move these, because these purple beads I have here, I do have strands of them in blue as well, and I was kind of trying to keep similar beads with similar beads. Now that doesn't seem to be working very well, but just move those over. Yeah, these beads here, these gray ones, I actually already have a couple of jewelry ideas for these already, and then as well as names for the jewelry. So like I said, I'm super excited to start playing with these, because these are absolutely gorgeous. And I think I had somehow, wherever I got these from, I had ordered them twice, because I do have another whole set of these. So like I said, a few strands of these may show up in the giveaway as well. I don't know why that. And I apologize, you guys, for the focus. Like I said, I use my phone when I'm doing the videos showing my hands, and I definitely don't have the greatest phone. unfortunately, and I'm like, I cannot afford to buy another one right now, so I'm kind of just using what I got. So if it kind of goes in and out on the focus, I do apologize for that. Like I said, down the road, I definitely need to either get a better phone or set up for a camera. I'm just loving these, you guys. Like I said, the color or the sparkle on these is just amazing. Definitely liking organizing these bigger beads better. Like I said, that video, I didn't realize it shut off halfway through unless I hit something on my phone by accident. But those smaller beads, you guys, are a pain in the butt to organize. Like I said, some of those are pretty small. Back when I ordered those, I must not have been paying attention to the size, because some of those are like little tiny, like 2mm beads, but I will still definitely find use for them. Like I said, they can make some little spacer beads. I do have some little gray ones that I have some ideas for using them for some spacer beads. It's actually so cold here, you guys, in Colorado today. The heat's actually running. Which is not surprising for spring here. Just hopefully we don't get any snowstorms in May. I think it was about 2 or 3 years ago we actually had a snowstorm that hit in May, and unfortunately all of the trees out here, they had already had the leaves on them, and there was a lot of damage and things like that to the trees. So hopefully we don't have to go through that again, because I don't know if our tree in the front yard would make it through another round of that or not. And that's probably all I'll fit in there. And like I said, definitely be on the lookout for a giveaway video for some of those, because like I said, I do have extra strands of quite a few of these, so those may show up in a giveaway. And we have these gorgeous orange ones. Like I said, the light on these, I mean, these are even prettier in person, you guys. They kind of have a pink. I absolutely love those beads when they have like the orange and the kind of pink tone to them. Like I said, I have ideas for these ones already too. So if anyone else on my channel makes jewelry, question for you guys. So even if you have a ton of beads already, do you ever go browsing online and you're still tempted to buy some more? I know I am definitely like that. I'll go browsing bead sites and put stuff in my shopping cart or my wish list, and then I have to tell myself I don't need it. I have more than enough at the moment. Definitely when you're a crafter, like I said, beads and fabric. I have a ton of fabric, which, like I said, once I do that craft room tour, you guys will be able to see all of the fabric and stuff that I do have. I have a lot of it. It's a collection of fabric down through the years that I picked up here and there. Whoop. Dropping them. And like I said, some of my vlog videos I may do where you guys just see my hands. I may be working on stuff as I'm talking about my business. They're not necessarily tutorials, but I figured sometimes I actually had another YouTube channel about a year ago, and I was going to keep that YouTube channel going even for my new business, but then I realized I just kind of wanted to start over since I've made a lot of changes and things like that, and I would have had a lot of things to delete off the other channel, and it just seemed a lot easier just to start over, which is what I've done with this channel. But on some of those videos for my vlogs and stuff, I did, some of them were, like I said, I was just sitting here showing my hands, kind of chit-chatting like we are now, and working on stuff. So like I said, you guys can see some of that, and then it kind of gives you a slight sneak peek of some of the stuff that will be coming up in my next launch. I will probably actually start working on some stuff tonight, because like I said, I do have ideas for some of these beads that I'm taking off the strands. And like I said, my next collection too, I mean, I will have some new beaded necklaces that come up in that collection as well, but I will also have some chain necklaces in there as well. Like I said, I only had the one, just the little flamingo necklaces that were done in chain. Oh, these ones are kind of tangled here. This is one reason, you guys, I don't like to leave them in the box, because these are kind of tangled up here. Some people will just push the beads off the strand into the box. I was trying that with some of the smaller beads I was working with last night, and the things were just going all over the place. So I prefer to take so many of them off with my hand and put them in the box. Plus, with the space I have between my box and camera, it doesn't give me a lot of room for that. Should just be able to fit the last strand in here. And all of these beads, you guys, are glass beads. Like I said, I generally like to use glass beads. I do have a few, if you've been on my website, the seashell necklaces I have on there, those were actually made out of glitter acrylic beads. Like I said, I don't have too many acrylic beads. This thing's going to be pretty full. Hopefully this thing closes. Okay, just barely fit them all in there. And the last set of beads we'll be organizing in here are these white. These are partially plated. These have the shimmer to them as well. Like I said, you guys, some of these smaller beads are nice for, like I said, spacer beads with other larger beads. This is actually kind of relaxing, you guys. Like I said, I've definitely bought a lot of strand beads in the past from different places, and like I said, to me, it's always kind of relaxing taking them off and putting them in the box. I do wish I had at least gotten the mint green pearl beads in here, but those were part of my video that didn't record last night. So, like I said, those mint green pearl beads are really pretty, and there's a ton of them. Like I said, some of this stuff may end up in a giveaway. So like I said, definitely make sure you put comments on the videos. That way, if I pick one at random, you may have the chance to win some of those strands of beads. Like I said, some of them I just have so many. Wherever I bought these from, I must have bought them kind of in bulk, because like I said, there are a lot of strands that came with these beads. That's for sure. Okay, you guys, so like I said, that was the last strand of beads. Like I said, really pretty, you guys. I'm loving all of these glass shimmer beads, especially these two here. Like I said, I already have necklace ideas for these two, as well as these purple ones. Like I said, I had before I redid the YouTube channel, I had already went through some of these bead strands and had organized them, and then after I did it, I was thinking I should have saved those for my YouTube channel, but that's okay. Like I said, we definitely got use out of some of them, because like I said, I do have the stars. Stars are posted on there, the necklaces and bracelets. Like I said, I'm looking forward to these butterflies. I do have one more set of these that are like a pink and green, so in my next organizing video, you will see those other pink and green ones. That's why I had left that spot open, to kind of keep the butterflies all in one place, because like I said, I do have some ideas for those. Like I said, just kind of a sneak peek of some of what you may see coming up in my next video. And like I said, I did leave this space open because these purple beads that I have here, I do have them in blue as well. So I'm just going to put those there. But that is what I have for this video. Like I said, just be on the lookout, because these beads will be coming up in my next launch, which, like I said, I'm super excited for. We'll have more beaded necklaces, and like I said, I'll definitely be trying to do some more chain necklaces, since I only had the one chain necklace this round. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you in the next one. And like I said, if you are interested in bead organizing, packaging videos, I do have a packaging video that went up right before this one. I made my first 2 orders on my Shopify. I'm super excited about that. So if you like packaging videos, vlog videos, things like that, like I said, definitely hit that subscribe button below. I would love to have you, and I hope to see you guys in the next video.